you have evictions in multifamily, whereas in self-storage, you have auctions. We actually aren't guided by tenant landlord law. We're actually guided by lien law. So, I'll give you an example of one of my multifamily properties in Chicago. I bought a property. It came with a tenant that wasn't paying. The tenant refused to leave, and they were what I call a professional tenant. So they knew all the tips and tricks. They would pull out all the smoke alarms and the carbon monoxide detectors right before a inspector would come through and get the eviction pushed. And eventually it took me 8.5 months to get that tenant out. And before they were actually removed by the sheriff, they caused over $25,000 of damage on that one unit by cutting electrical lines and pouring quickset concrete down the toilet. So caused some serious damage. In storage with lien law, if you don't pay me within the 5-day grace period, I send you an auction notice. And if you still don't pay during that auction period where the notice is active, I overlock your unit. So you don't even have access to your possessions. You can't even get into the self-storage facility. And within that 45 days, if you don't pay me, I sell off all your stuff on kind of like an eBay style auction online that returns all of the lost rent that I had experienced. And it also allows me to charge a bunch of fees, like a lien fee, late payment fee, auction fee. So it actually makes somewhat of a profit on that. It's not a real profit book. It's, according to our accounting, it's a net zero. But then usually our new tenant meets the auction buyer who has to clean out the unit, or else they lose their deposit. And then I have a new tenant in place and I never lose a step. There's not really anything you can damage because all of my buildings are made out of steel and concrete. So you can't really do much to them on the side of turnover or repair costs.